First two times the Super Bowl was in San Diego, QBs ruled the day, Doug Williams and John Elway. On this day, it was all about that D. Hi again, thanks for hanging with us on NFL Prime Time. The franchise that started 0-26 is now world champion. Stuart Scott, Tom Jackson, Steve Young. Does this prove once and for all, Tom, that defense wins championships?
If you have a great defense, they will come out, they will suffocate any offense that they go against. That's what happened to the Raiders today.
Wait a second. Wistfully, for years, we've been saying, what if they had an offense? What would happen? Rhetorically, we asked 3 weeks ago, what if they score 48,
That's right.
31,
That's right.
and 27? What will happen? They'll win championships. This offense came to play, and I tell you what, John Gruden put a masterful game plan together. Solid, yet he was explosive.
Look at the last 3 Super Bowl champions. I see the Ravens. I see a flawless defensive game plan by the New England Patriots, and I see today's Buccaneers.
And I see a former Buccaneer quarterback grinning. We'll get to the highlights quickly, but first, the drama before the game. Oakland Pro Bowl center Barrett Robbins suspended before the game for missing a series of team functions. Now, we have confirmed that Barrett is in a local hospital, and Sal Palantona reports that he is expected to remain there for a few days. We'll have more on this story later on in the show. The Raiders were hoping it would not be a distraction. They were hoping it wouldn't be a distraction. John Gruden ready to face his former team. Jerry Rice looking for his 4th ring. Warren Sapp has looked forward to this his entire career. Rich Gannon playing without his starting center. Third play out of the game, Brad Johnson gets pressured and play headed on by Charles Woodson. 3 playoff games this year. 3 times that Johnson has had a first quarter pick. Ensuing drive, Simeon Rice 15.5 sacks during the regular season. TJ, he was bringing that wood.
We talked about the matchup between Simeon Rice and Barry Sims as the left tackle of the Raiders. You just look at the move right there. Great inside move, great usage of the hands by Simeon Rice. Gannon knew early on he had to worry about the backside protection.
Steve, what's going on here?
Brad Johnson got started slowly, but then got heated up with Joe Jurevicius down the sidelines. I think that he needed to get a sea legs. Thanks for the running game to get him started.
1st and 10, Michael Pittman breaking off a little something proper. 21-yard run by Pittman. He had 72 yards rushing in the first half. Bucs kick a field goal. They tied it at 3. Still tied at 3. Rich Gannon sacked by Greg Spires. TJ. Gannon, was he confused or what?
Well, I said he had to worry about his backside, too. He had to worry about his front side as well. And look at the power rush by Greg Spires. Got Lincoln Kennings leading and knocked him right over.
Late first, tied at 3. My bad. Gannon picked by Dexter Jackson. Jackson's wife is 8.5 months pregnant. She is in San Diego, but she did not go to the game. Steve, what's going on?
I mean, I tell you what, speed, and speed kills. These are, you know, you talk about the big Oakland offensive line. I thought that was a benefit to them. It actually hurt them today with the speed.
And then Martin Gramatica, 43-yard field goal. Bucs up 6-3, typical Bucs football. Well, we thought it was. More Bucs defense. Gannon, pressure. Sacked by Rice again. Rice, 5 tackles, 2 sacks in the first half. They're all over him. Next Bucs possession. Pittman, the former Arizona Cardinal, dances his way all the way to the 2-yard line. And 2nd and goal. Chris Berman's not here, but in honor of Boom, 2nd and goal. Mike Allstott coming. I think he's calling. That's what Gruden is saying.
He's saying green right.
Mike Allstott, 5 rushing touchdowns in the regular season, 13-3, TJ.
Yeah, and once the timing of this offense was thrown off, now you see players dropping footballs here. 3rd down and 6. Timmy Brown actually gets a very catchable ball, but he's distracted by the defense. Now the timing of that rhythm offense, that West Coast offense, has been completely thrown off.
And this is where I think that Tampa Bay takes control, and Michael Pittman, my MVP of the game, because he's the one that helped Brad Johnson get on track. The quick pass to Mike Allstott in the flat. They called the Wally play a bunch of times under pressure today. And then again, Keyshawn Johnson for the nice slant pass a few times early in the game. And then to Allstott, another Wally. I mean, they called that play, I bet they called it 10 times today. And then the pay dirt there, his little fade stop. Nice little route to McKeenan McCardell. I think, that's what got Brad Johnson going finally, and I really thought that was important.
That made it 20-3 Bucs. Second half, 3rd and 2 Raiders. Gannon's pass broken up by Brian Kelly. And Jerry Rice has yet to catch a pass at this point in the game. 3rd and 2. And check out what happened. Michael Vick comes into play. Okay, it ain't Michael. Brad Johnson, only 13 carries all year. His longest was 6. That went for 10. And here, Johnson to Keyshawn, first down. Johnson to Juravicious, getting righteous, 34 yards. This is why he completed 62.3% of his passes in the regular season. 2nd and 9, Johnson to Ken Dilger, and Dilger accidentally is going to kick Charles Woodson right in the head.
You sure that was accidentally?
Well, that's true. I mean, maybe some Raider payback. 1st and goal after an offensive penalty. Holla to Keenan McCardell. Now remember, the Bucs not known for long drives. They had a 77 and an 89-yard drive in this game. Next Raider drive, Gannon picked off by Dwight Smith. Play of please. The Bucs led the NFL with 31 picks this year, TJ. 10 different guys, everybody cashing in.
That's a great replay of Dwight Smith. Just watch his head, watch his eyes. You see him looking back at the quarterback, makes a great break on the football, actually has 8 yards to do it, and you see Jon Gruden celebrating on the sideline.
Rich Gannon was slow all day, too, on the reads.
Finally, a little bit of something for the Raiders. Gannon moving around to Doug Jolly, who's the 2nd best player in BYU history. The best is sitting next to me right here. 3rd and 4, Gannon, though, incomplete to Jerry Porter, but pass interference call. Drive stays alive. 3rd and 3, can a brother get some Jerry Porter? He led the Raiders with 9 touchdown catches in the regular season. Gannon, deep to Porter. But does he have it? It is initially ruled out of the end zone, incomplete. Steve, right call?
You can see that he drags his feet beautifully. Jerry Rice taught him that. He comes to the Raiders, and all of a sudden everybody's dragging 2 in bounds.
They reversed the call. Touchdown, Raiders. 2-point conversion failed, 34-9 Bucs. Bucs forced to punt. Tom Tupa hadn't had a punt blocked all season. Eric Johnson picks it up. Touchdown, 34-15 Bucs. TJ, maybe? Just maybe for the Raiders?
Well, Tommy Tuba allows his punt to be blocked, but he kicks the ball out 10 feet in front of him. You got to help your line. I thought the job they did protecting was actually pretty good, but it ends up in a touchdown for the Raiders.
2-point conversion. Gannon over the middle. Incomplete. Another 2-point conversion. Not good. After a botched Buck field goal, Gannon. See, this is what Steve Young did with Jerry Rice.
I'll tell you, this is one of the staples of the West Coast. A little out move about 15 yards deep, then cut it up the middle. Actually, very similar to the first catch he made against the San Diego Chargers at Super Bowl 29.
That post route, Jerry's 8th touchdown in 4 career Super Bowl games. The lead is cut to 34-21. 2-point conversion to Porter. Has it. Pushed out of bounds. Now it's ruled incomplete. Didn't count. 2 minutes to go. 2nd and 9. Warren Sapp. He gets to Gannon. Everybody getting to Gannon. Next play. I ain't going to say that, but this ain't right. Derek Brooks, NFL Defensive Player of the Year. He had 4 touchdowns in the regular season. Tommy, you called that. You knew that was going to happen.
Derek Brooks may be the best ever at this. You just watch him as he gets back in the middle of the field. He's reading the quarterback's eyes. He has a great set of hands, and he knows how to get to the sideline and make a beeline for the end zone. Got that nice low-beat stride, running a lot faster than it appears.
Celebration was on, but hold up. Gannon, player hated on again by Dwight Smith. Dwight Smith, 2 picks, 2 touchdowns. Rich Gannon threw 10 interceptions in the regular season. He threw 5 in this game. Ball game. Gruden gets the Gatorade shower. Gruden beats his old team. Tim Brown, 15-year veteran, will have to wait for the ring. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are Super Bowl champions. Did you ever think you'd hear that, Steve?
Sounds good. I'll tell you what, Jon Gruden did it all today because he gave him to Monty Kiffin. He didn't, not out of ego, gave him the chance to go out and play defense, gave him the challenge, and then offensively brought a lot to the table this season.
Bucs win 48-21.